What's going on, guys? Fun with Knives back again. As you can see, I have another knife unboxing for you today. Yes, that's right, another new knife. This is my second Tops knife, the Tops Tibo, or Tibo. I've heard it pronounced both ways. But I was so impressed with my first Tops knife and the fit and finish, the quality, everything about it, that I was like, I have to get my hands on another one. So thanks to anyone that has purchased the knife from me recently, either on YouTube or Instagram. That money came right back into the channel. All the knives I've been unboxing recently have been from the cash that I got from selling some of my lesser used knives. And, you know, I got the Schrade, the Boker, a couple Tops knives. I got a Flex strop from Blade HQ. And I got a Sharpening Kit. This is the DMT Aligner Pro Kit. So why did I choose this one? I told you guys I wanted to upgrade my sharpening game a little bit. And I immediately decided that I wanted a consistent angle sharpener, something that was a guided system. And of course, the ones I found were the Edge Pro Apex and the KME. And I was like, holy crap, these are really nice sharpeners, but they were, you know, 100, 150, 200 bucks. And I realized that I don't have the skill set to warrant that big of a purchase on a sharpening system. I just don't. I'm still a fairly new knife collector. And I'm definitely a new knife sharpener. You know, I have my random setup of stones and ceramic rods and everything right now to keep my blades at least working sharp. But I think this DMT Aligner Pro Kit is going to be a good first step as far as these guided systems go. And then when I want to upgrade, I'm going to have the ability to do so because I'll have some experience with a system like that. So guys, hopefully I can keep this unboxing quick. I'm really excited about this one though because you probably already guessed it. This thing is extremely similar to my Essie Azula 2. You can see, before I move this stuff off real quick, very similar in size, same steel, similar coating. I think they're going to perform the exact same role, so why would I buy it? Well, I love my Azula so much, I think it deserved a brother. So, along with the review that will be upcoming in the next weeks, or however long it takes me to develop an opinion about this knife, I will definitely be doing kind of a head-to-head or versus between these knives. So the Tops Tibo is definitely a competitor to Essie. I think Tops knives in general is a competitor to Essie knives, and this thing has already impressed me. This is a Brian Griffin design, which is really funny because I told a friend, you know, look at my new knife. He picked it up and he was like, Brian Griffin? I'm like, oh, you've heard of him? You know, you're into knives? And he was like, no, Family Guy. I'm like, oh, of course. You know, I didn't even realize it. Now, I am unfamiliar with Brian Griffin as a designer. The only things I've seen by him are some of the things he's done with Schrade, the fixed blades, the 1095. I'm going to forget some numbers, but I think one of them is the SCHF 55, and that one might be coming into the channel fairly soon. So I'll give you guys the quick specs on this thing. 6.5 inch overall length. Your handle length is going to be 3 3/4 inches, and then your blade length is 2 3/4 inches. Your blade thickness on this thing is 0.13 inches, which I think is a little bit thinner than the Azula. Now your weight is 1.9 ounces, which is just, it's featherweight, guys. It feels like nothing in your hand. They did a great job with the skeletonization. It actually feels pretty good without even the wrap that I'm going to throw on it right after this video. 1095 high carbon steel, of course. Tops is really good at that. You can see nice flat grind on this thing, and it's supremely sharp, just like my Tops Cut 4.0. These things come just insanely sharp, especially for the thickness of blades. These aren't, you know, kitchen knives where they're just, you know, awesome slicers. This thing is fairly robust for how small it is. Give you some close-ups here. Tops Tibo. See that black traction coating. Tops logo there. Brian Griffin. And then made in the USA, of course, it's Tops knife. So what comes with the Tibo or the Tibo? Well, you of course have your plastic bag with the Tops knives come in, your survival whistle with the ball chain to where it is a neck knife. Pretty loud too. And then your Tops knife certificate of authenticity, 101% hand finished in the USA. I actually really love these things. When I first saw them on YouTube, I'm like, it's kind of cheesy. It's just a knife. But it makes you proud to be an owner of a USA-made, just really good cutting tool. So I'm definitely going to keep that around. Now, it does come with a Kydex sheath. You can see there, pop it in. fairly thin Kydex. Got some grommet holes for lashing, however you want to do that. I'm going to be wearing it as a neck knife, so I'm probably only going to use those two. And one thing that I noticed, I watched Gideon's tactical video on this knife, and he was talking about that there wasn't any place to take the knife out of its sheath with your thumb. You had to kind of tug on it like a neck knife, kind of. I don't want to do it on camera here, and there you go. And I bumped the camera, of course. But that's how you pull a lot of neck knives out. Now, he was talking about there's nothing here, so I must have got a later version of the Tops Tibo. They've kind of shaped this Kydex up just a little bit, so it's actually really easy to pop that out with your thumb. The fit's really nice, no rattle to it. I think it's going to be great for a neck knife. You can hang it upside down and have no worries if that's going to come out. Now, one thing that I immediately noticed is this thing is very grippy. There's all sorts of jimping that's inside the finger choil. It's on the spine of the blade. It's on the back of the tang. So in your reverse grip, you got it there on your thumb. And your normal kind of saber grip, or whatever they call that, you're going to have it right where you want it. It's fairly aggressive, but since this knife is going to be doing fairly light cutting chores because of its size, I'm not too worried about that. So I like the jimping already. It's going to be great to throw some paracord on this knife, and I think it's going to fulfill the exact same need that this Izula 2 does. And I've said before, and I'll say it again, this is the do everything knife. You know, it's a great size, 4-finger grip, just enough blade for most of my tasks. And one thing I noticed is that this sheath is a lot thicker. There's a lot more going on with the sheath. This is much more minimal, so this might even be a better neck knife. Now, I'm not sure which one I'm going to like more. I'm definitely going to have to put some use on this Tops Tibo, but I was excited to show you guys. I'm positive that there's more Tops knives in my future. I'm a fanboy already. I really love them. So thanks for watching, guys, as always, and make sure to have fun with your knives.